Hello, my lovelies! It has been a while since I've done a Wi-Fi battle, and I thought, why the hell not? Let's do it alongside some showdown battles. And this one, if my memory serves me correctly, is one of the oldest games I've had. Probably one of the first from 6th gen. I mean, like, you don't really see Talonflame all that much in Wi-Fi battles because, you know, people sort of, like, put it on the, not like a ban list, but sort of like the you should not use this out of courtesy sort of list sort of thing, you know? But yeah, it was right at the start, you know, I thought I'd try out my offensive Trevenant and my especially offensive Toxicroak, which definitely are things I enjoy using. First turn, I'm going to lead with Steelix and just get up my rocks. Regardless of what happens, I don't really care what this thing does. I have the Sturdy, so he actually does make the good play by going for Will-O-Wisp over the Hydro Pump. Probably thinking I'd go to, I guess, Toxicroak for the Water Absorb or whatever it is. Dry Skin, that's what it's called. So yeah, there's still some potential use to get out of Steelix just by trying to roar stuff around when I can. Unfortunately, this Rotom, you know, I don't know why they didn't go for Will-O-Wisp here, expecting me to be a physical set, but apparently he outspeeds. I didn't expect that at all because I just go straight for the Sludge Bomb, trying to get some big damage off. Now, especially offensive Toxicroak. This is the way to go, my friends. You can absorb water, which is a pretty nice immunity. You can go for Nasty Plot. You have priority in the form of Vacuum Wave, which is only, like, Vacuum Wave doesn't come up very often, so if a Pokemon gets it, I want to try and make use of it, you know? So in comes the Mega Venusaur, something which I always have a lot of trouble taking down. That thick fat ability definitely works in his favour. He has Leech Seed, he has, I think it turns out he has like 2 attacks plus Toxic as well on this set. I was really fearing the Synthesis set, because those take forever to kill, you know? But because I don't think it can kill me with a hit, I'm just going to go to this thing. I get seeded, which basically means I'm dead next turn regardless, but I can go for a Roar and get out the Talonflame, which is a nice, you know, cool little 50% of damage. Bit alleviated by the lefties and Leech Seed, but what are you going to do? Basically, Talonflame, I still have my Blastoise around, which is a special wall, but what is a Talonflame going to do to it anyway? As long as I can get some prior damage off, I can just kill it off with a Scald, so in comes said Blastoise to threaten it out. He doesn't have a Rapid Spinner or Defogger to my knowledge. How great would that be if Talonflame got Defog as well? Prankster Defog. That's the future. Watch as soon as they bring out Pokemon Z, that'll be a move tutor thing. In comes Blastoise. Well, sorry, in comes Venusaur on the Blastoise as I go for a Scald. No burn, not a big deal. Gonna go to Toxicroak. Actually expecting the Toxic here. I was thinking in my head, right, he's definitely gonna have Toxic, so I'm not gonna go to my Trevenant right off the bat. Because obviously I do not want a Toxic on there. I'm Citrus Berry, not Lumberry. So now I switch, now that I'm seeded, go into said Trevenant to take whatever. I'm thinking at this point, oh, maybe he doesn't have the Toxic, so I can go to this, sub up, and basically be immune to whatever. And yeah, Sludge Bombs, but that's not going to do a huge amount, and I have the Citrus Berry, so it's working in my favour. But it turns out he does have the Toxic. God damn it. But it's fine, because Trevenant has some kind of weird hacks powers controlling the forest on Venusaur's head, making it get crit by a Rock Slide. That crit definitely mattered, obviously, to kill it, but I think it would have meant only taking another Sludge Bomb, which, I don't know, it would have done maybe Citrus Berry damage, maybe a little bit more, who knows. But there's still reason to save this, so I'm going to go to my Blastoise once again. Take an Icicle Crash, no problemo. And because the Trevenant is offensive, I feel like if I can get it in on the Rotom, like, which can't do anything to me, by the way, because, what, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, T-Bolt, Will-O-Wisp, something like that. There's nothing it can do, so on this turn, just going to go for the Roar, expecting him to go to said Rotom. And what do you know, in comes the Talonflame, which is absolutely ideal. That puts it in range where it's not even worth going for Roost if it has it, because Scald's going to do as much damage. So here the best play is just to stay in and go for Brave Bird or whatever. Try and get some damage off on Blastoise, which, in fairness, might do a decent amount, given that I'm special defensive. And basically that's the biggest threat out of the way. There is still the Mamoswine, which is going to be a pain to take down. If Blastoise takes a little bit more damage, I'm susceptible to EQ, so Rotom and Mamoswine's a dangerous combination for me. But hopefully I can work around it with Trevenant as well, which is basically a key addition to, like, a key, what's the word? A key player in taking down this guy's team, because he has some big-ass threats, look at that. It does take on most of his team that are remaining, so this, Mamoswine, and the Tyranitar, which definitely would not appreciate a Wood Hammer. Now, people like to run the sub-curse set on Trevenant. I say, good, it's a good set, but, my friends, there is one set which is to rule them all with Trevenant. The Wood Hammer offensive set, yeah boy! That big-ass damage with the Citrus Berry, how can you pass up such an opportunity? And please, someone tell me, is there any use for the move Forest's Curse? Like, seriously, I've tried time and time again to think up a decent set for it. Thingy, Pumpkaboo, and Gorgeist get Trick or Treat, which is still pretty useless, but I can see some use for it. You come in, you make them Ghost type, you threaten them out with a Shadow Sneak. What is the point of Forest Curse? I don't get it. Someone tell me, there must be some kind of strategy to it somewhere. Anyways, in comes the Rotom. I'm going to go to my own Rotom, predicting a Will-O-Wisp. That was risky as hell. I would probably have not done that looking back at this gameplay, but it worked, so what are you going to do? I'm going to Volt Switch because T-Tar's still around, and I do not want to take, you know, I don't want to be locked in with T-Bolt and then get pursuited or whatever, so gonna go to Malamar, which basically does nothing this game. Takes 2 T-Bolts and dies. It could have been good against T-Tar, but I think inevitably I would have got burnt by this Rotom, because it does outspeed me apparently. Goes into the T-Tar on this turn. That is great because I just go for Volt Switch. And even though I've lost Trevenant, I do still have a way of taking this down. I have Toxicroak, which isn't the best thing to take it down because Vacuum Wave is my only special attack. And, you know, obviously T-Tar, special defensive beast, especially with the Sandstorm up. So I've got to weaken it a bit more with Blastoise first. Just going to bring it in and I believe goes straight for the Scald. I don't have Aura Sphere or whatever, I only have 1 attack and like Rapid Spin, Roar. What else do I have? No, I might have Ice Beam, I forget. Either way, go for the Scald on the Azumarill. Bit of a risky switch, I would have probably gone to Rotom, but then again it's not at a particular good range of health, so maybe that's what I was thinking. So yeah, really all I can do is just keep going for Scald. Do not want to switch in anything into a Play Rough or whatever it is it's going to go for. No burn. That sucks, but you can't count on hacks all the time. And Superpower is going to put me in range of Sandstorm killing me there. By the way, like I said, this was quite an early on game in my sort of X and Y Wi-Fi career, if you like. So all these Pokemon that I'm using have like 1 IV max. Like, I've been recently going back through and training up a load of like copies of ones that I've got, but actually training them properly with good IVs, so this thing, I don't know, this thing probably has 2 max IVs, but definitely something I've got to train up because, honestly, Special Attack and Toxicroak is one of my favourite things to run. That dies to Sandstorm as I go for the nasty plot predicting the switch out. Thank the Lord he did not stay in and go for Play Rough. I guess I assumed he was banded or something. In comes T-Tar. Not a big issue because I don't even have to rely on Focus Miss. I can go for the Vacuum Wave. And even with Sandstorm Boost, I think that was a guaranteed kill either way. It was a crit, but it wasn't Assault Vest and it was quad super effective, so really doubt it mattered. Don't know. Now in comes the Azumarill, his last poke, and because of Toxicroak's amazing ability, Dry Skin, he can't Aqua Jet. That would just give me HP, so naturally, Toxicroak does outspeed. I am timid nature, so go for that Sludge Bomb. And it dies! Good work, Toxicroak. You did well. And I think all I had left was... Steelix was dead. Rotom was... I don't know, Rotom might have been alive. I forget. Either way, great game. Like I said, one of my earlier ones, but I have a lot of new ones ready to send off to your boy CullinationMedia to get recorded as well. And even like as this video's rendering, I'm training up new stuff, so it's all good. Hope you all enjoyed the battle, hope you're having a good weekend, and with that being said, I will see you all the next time. Goodbye.